What is up, everybody? We are here. We are live. We're with Brittney Carter tonight for Talkin' Truth Tuesdays. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you on. I've been listening to her music for a couple years now, and I've just been seeing you move in the city. It's super inspirational what you guys are doing, and yeah, again, I'm just super happy to have you on. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. So right off the bat, what does hip hop mean to you?
Man, it's kind of funny to think about. I never really intended on making music. I've always just been a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not just hip hop, but music in general. It's kind of like been my escape, my therapy, the thing I go to when I want to dance. Just all those facets. I just love music.
Awesome. Who was one of the first people you looked up to whenever you were growing up, as far as music goes?
I would have to say maybe the first CD I ever got was like a TLC CD.
Okay.
They were like my first girl group that I was just like, yo, love Left Eye. I think from there maybe like Tupac, and it wasn't really his music. It was like the book of poems. I think one of my aunts had a rose that grew from the concrete, and that's how I was introduced to him. And
Okay.
from there, it was just like artists that my parents listened to. So my dad is a huge Jay-Z fan. DMX, and my mom is like the complete opposite. She's like Mary J. Blige, a lot of gospel music, a lot of soul,
Yeah, yeah.
So kind of got the best of both worlds.
That's awesome. Do you remember the first piece of music that you personally bought from like a store with your own money that like you earned yourself?
I want to say it was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the very first CD I bought with my own money.
That's cool. Was it was a physical CD? I mean I know I'm old enough. I'm 30 years old now, and I know some of the people I talked to are younger than me and didn't. They just used like LimeWire. I only had digital files. They never really bought CDs, so it's like they never had that like joy of going to the music store and picking up a CD. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
it was
That's
a
cool
CD.
as a physical.
Yep.
So what does it mean to you to be from Chicago?
Um, I never really know how to answer that question. It's
Fair
just, I mean,
enough.
I've been here my whole life. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say are a couple favorite things about the city? Like as far as like the music scene goes, what do you think is great about Chicago as far as the hip hop scene goes?
The diversity.
Yeah.
No artist here sounds the same. We
Mm.
have so many different types of artists, and I think that's the coolest part.
Yeah. Definitely. What would you say is something that the music scene is missing here in Chicago that maybe we could see more of?
I mean, honestly, I think we've got it covered musically.
Yeah.
What we could use more of, and I think I'm seeing more of it, but more like people working together.
Yeah.
And now, just being in the scene now, I've definitely witnessed people are more willing to work together to build together. So that's the beautiful part.
I see that a lot too, especially in like a lot of the younger people that I'm talking to. Community is like a huge aspect, and I'm seeing more groups of people move together as opposed to a singular artist shining and taking not taking the spotlight per se, but only bringing themselves with them. So it's just so cool to see all these younger groups of people. Take that community aspect to a whole nother level. And when I was first starting Talking Truth, that was one of the things that people said Chicago needed was more of a community aspect, people coming together and working together. That's why they go to LA, that's why they go to Atlanta, that's why they go to the Bronx, New York, like the East Coast and shit. So it's cool to see like the youth taking over that and taking the reins on the community aspect of it. So cool you
Yeah,
touched on that.
it's really a team sport. It's not something that you can accomplish doing by yourself.
Hmm.
And so I really dig that everybody is more willing to work together.
Definitely. When did you start creating music in particular, and what made you want to start that?
Oh man, that's also a loaded question. So the very first thing I was a part of musically was in 2015.
Okay.
The all woman cipher, me, Bella Boss, J Bambi, SC, Freddie Oso. I don't want to forget anyone. Um, there were like a number of us. It was like an all woman cipher,
Hmm.
and it was just something I was doing for fun. I didn't really know that people would gravitate towards it, and I think I didn't have any music out. I didn't know what the hell I was doing at all. But we ended up putting it on YouTube and it went viral. And I'm just like, oh. And I want to say, like, we ended up opening up for Chuck D.
Okay.
Um, and Public Enemy at the Metro, and that was my
Oh
very
man.
first time on stage. And I was just like, yo, what the hell is going on? And I want to say, just from there, it was a lot of like trial and error. Like, I wasn't really taking music seriously as a career,
Mm-hmm.
not until maybe 2017, 2018.
Okay.
And that's when I realized, like, oh, maybe I could actually do this. I can
That's
make
cool.
money. I can make a living off of this.
So back then, when you were opening for somebody like that, and you don't have like an album or like a lot of established like music or anything like that, do you like what kind of stuff do you play? Do you just like kind of go up there and freestyle a little bit, or did you have singles and stuff that you could like talk about and kind of converse with the crowd a little bit, or how did that work?
At all. Like I said, music wasn't like my path, like
Yeah.
that wasn't something honestly I intended on doing. It honestly just kind of happened. Like, oh man, I figured out I was good at this. When I first started out, we were just performing the cypher around like
Mm.
the city. Like people were like really messing with it. That's how I like got in touch with Michael Eric Dyson. We ended up meeting him, and from there it was just like a lot of growth and development. You know what I mean? Like trying to figure out, okay, what type of instrumentals do I like, and what instrumentals match my tone, and what do I naturally gravitate to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I want to say, 2017, I opened up for J Rock at the Concord Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have to out then. It was after that when I put out my first single.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been a hell of a journey.
That's awesome. This next question is: what does it mean to you to be a woman in hip hop?
Um, I mean, I never really know how to answer these questions. I mean, it doesn't feel any differently. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I look at myself as an MC. Like I'm talented at this thing. There's a gift that I have. Yeah.
Word. What does it mean to be your best self?
Um, what does it mean to be my best self? Um, can you elaborate on that?
Um, I guess what helps you get up and know that you're gonna be the best that you can be every day.
Um, I guess just like keeping my head on straight. I have like a list of goals that I want to accomplish, like short
Okay.
term, long term. Try to keep a steady schedule for myself. Because when I don't have a schedule, I kind of like I'm all over the place.
Definitely.
Yeah, so like schedule and routine. That's something that took me a minute to kind of get together for myself. Because I'm definitely a go with the flow type of person. But then I realized like, yo, there are actually like things I need to accomplish or things that I want to get done. And so having a routine definitely helps me narrow down.
Word. For somebody, I'm kind of new to setting goals and stuff like that. I'm trying to progress as a person, and so what do you do if there's a goal that you set and you don't meet that goal? Is that something that you encounter a lot, or like how do you
Um,
deal with that when it does come about?
it's not the end of the world for me. Like if it doesn't happen, what I do,
Mm-hmm.
like when I get something accomplished, what I'll just like write things out in detail
Okay.
and write out exactly like the resources I need, the people I'll need to contact to get these if I don't have them already. So it's like a a very extensive list that I create for myself. It just makes it easier for me to like get things done instead of just like, okay, I want to get this done and I don't really know where to start. So if I write everything down, it helps me narrow like, okay, I can start here and just go from there. So that's just kind of how I tackle my goals.
Okay. Cool. I might have to try that. Do you think everything happens for a reason?
Oh, I mean, sometimes shit. I mean, there are definitely things that are outside of our control. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Um, yeah.
How do you deal with those things that do come about that that of course I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, but there's some things that I feel like just I like to use the phrase break my brain sometimes. It's just like I don't like why like what. So when are you ever in that position of like just really trying to like you're stuck on the why, and like if you are in that position, like what do you do to help yourself get past that?
Yeah, mostly like when dealing with other people, sometimes when you don't know why people behave the way they behave, it's like
Mm-hmm.
not it's outside control. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I think realizing that shit, you can only control yourself. Like, you can try to understand people. You can try to understand situations to the best of your ability. But yeah, so, like, just realizing that, like, I can't control everything. Like, I'm not God, you know, like, I can't control people. I can't control situations. I can only control how I react to things.
Word. Who are some of the people here locally in Chicago that are inspiring some of your work right now?
Oh man, I said it earlier. I'm a huge fan of Raven Lene.
Yep.
I would love to like work with her, write for her. That would be amazing. Mick Jenkins for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, Mick Jenkins for sure. And of course, I mean, it wouldn't even be right if I didn't mention his name, but Saba.
Definitely.
Saba's crazy. Those are
That's
like my top.
awesome. That's crazy because those are probably like the first three like Chicago artists I ever like super got into and like started studying per se. So that's pretty. What is your favorite Mick Jenkins project or EP or like what would you say is your favorite collective?
What is it? The joint that when I first found out about him was the Waters.
Yeah, Waters.
That will always be my favorite.
Yeah, it's a classic for sure.
That was when I was introduced, you know, so it has so much nostalgia.
Yeah. Were you introduced like right when it dropped? Was it like a few years afterwards, or how did you find him?
It was maybe like a few months after he dropped. Like I know it wasn't like right around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like one of my homies was playing like one of the tracks like in the car.
Yeah.
It's the joint with him and John Doe.
The Healer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what is this? Put me on.
That's cool. Yeah, my buddy was it was like one of the first projects I ever listened to from front to back, and I was like, holy shit, this is what hip hop is like. This is cool as fuck. Like I gotta find more of this. Like I need this in my life. So that's what started my Talkin' Truth journey. Honestly, was the Waters.
I can't remember the name of this project. I'm looking for it right now. Oh man, what is the name of this project by Saba? It was like really early on. And it was just like a mixtape. And I wasn't even in the city at the time. One of my friends had gave me, oh man, I think it was like an actual like CD.
Okay.
And oh man, I wish I could remember the name of this project. It was like a mixtape he made.
Yeah.
That was like one of his mixtapes, and I was just like, yo,
Damn,
is this?
I should probably know what it is too, but I can't think of the.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, but I definitely can't think of the name either.
Is it Comfort Zone? Is it?
That sounds familiar.
It's something like that. Like I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was definitely that very first, like the one that I knew about anyway. I don't know if he had any first ones. But yeah, that was like when I was first introduced to him, and I'm like, yo, this guy is sick.
That's awesome. What would you say? Do you watch like movies, TV shows, anything like that? What would you say are some of your favorite things you watch? What are you binging? What's the favorites?
Okay, look. I love Stranger Things. Okay. Oh man, Stranger Things. Yeah, top tier TV show. The Ozark.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ozark.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Yeah.
Very disappointed.
Me too. I was too.
So disappointed. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I wasn't expecting the ending. I didn't want that ending.
That's what my one buddy said, and he kind of that's what convinced me. I was like, you know what? I didn't like it. You're right. That's funny.
Man, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I've been watching? I've been like going back to some old Key and Peele episodes just because I think this shit is hilarious. But yeah, that's the only thing I've been watching. The Stranger Things, Ozark was the last show I watched. I keep hearing good things about Umbrella Academy.
It's good. The third season kind of disappointed me a little bit. It was weird. It just didn't feel like the first two seasons, but the first two seasons were like really good. The visuals are awesome. Like the story was pretty good too. Like I would definitely recommend watching it.
Okay, I definitely have to check that out. And I haven't watched it yet, the newest season of The Boys, but
everybody keeps saying you got to watch The Boys. I haven't seen that one either. I'm gonna have to start watching that one.
Brace yourself. It is absolutely.
I've seen some clips on YouTube of it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's a show." Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the I've ever seen on television.
That's hilarious.
I think.
You say what?
I said I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay, word. I'm definitely gonna check it out. So the next few questions I've got here kind of introduce you to the Talkin' Truth brand a little bit. The tree is very prominent in the logo. Trees and Truths was one of Mick Jenkins' first projects. That's kind of where I got the tree from. It also represents growth. There's just so many different meanings behind the tree, but there's 4 different parts that were a part of the original Talkin' Truth logo. It had some roots at the bottom, the body of the tree, branches, and then some leaves. They each represent a certain thing. So the roots represent your core values, what holds you down as a person. So what would you say are a few of your most important core values that you were taught as a kid?
I mean, I think like the thing that keeps me grounded is definitely like my relationship with God. And just like keeping certain principles, like treating people right. You know what I mean? Just basic kindness, basic generosity, basic consideration, just like basic things that people should know.
Definitely. And then, so the body of the tree represents kind of the people you keep around you, your family, your friends, stuff like that. Can you kind of just speak on the importance of keeping like-minded individuals around you and how that can benefit your music and just your life in general?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I have a huge family. I am the oldest of 9 siblings.
Oh, wow. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
yeah. There's a lot of us. And I spend a lot of time with my family, siblings. Not so much like any cousins. A lot of my family lives out of state, so I like to spend a
Hmm.
lot of time, just my siblings. But other than that, like just having people around me that who they don't have to believe the same thing I believe. I don't believe that you have to surround yourself with people who think just like you, but
Right.
people who just like people who are kind, people who are generous, people who are nice, funny, who you can build with.
Do you think
So
it... Go ahead.
I was just saying, I think those are like important people to keep around.
Do you think it can get dangerous to only keep like-minded people around you, like you kind of people that they only have the same ideals or the same, like you can get kind of caught into a trap, or you
Yeah,
can't grow as a person from that point. So
can't grow at all because if everyone thinks like you, everyone around you does the same things as you. It's like where's the growth? Like you're not open minded to anything new. I honestly was just having this conversation with a friend of mine. I grew up Christian and I have like a lot of Muslim friends, and we were
hmm.
talking about how our parents' generation like shied away from making those connections with each other. Like if we just sat and talked and had a conversation, we would see that we have a lot more in common than we have differences. But we
Hmm.
let like small things,
Yeah.
it seems like big things, but we let small things keep us from growing with people and having like relationships with people, based
Hmm.
off things that essentially just don't, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter, but it's not like a detrimental thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's I've seen so many different like examples of it, but fighting hate with hate just like doesn't work. It just makes more anger and just more negativity happen. So yeah, just cultivating that positivity. Just if you have a conversation with somebody, they're more than likely to maybe see your side of things. If you're just trying to hammer something home or tell them that they're wrong, it's just, they're not gonna be open to seeing it that way. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I feel like too that we live like in a world where everybody's like really sensitive, like hypersensitive right now, and we can't
Hmm.
agree. Like
Definitely.
I can have a perspective on something and you not agree with me, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and that's
Everybody
okay.
can't, everybody can't or isn't mature enough to deal with that. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think it's healthy to have relationships and friendships with people who, are different and have different life experiences than you.
Yeah, there's actually in the project I mentioned you about from YG Tut. There's a little like intro or outro to a song where the guy is just like, "Why are you concerned with what I am doing? Like, focus on yourself. Like it doesn't matter what I think. It just do you." So,
Yeah.
yeah. So moving up the tree a little bit more, we got 2 more parts. The branches represent the experiences that you've had in life. So what would you say is one of the most valuable experiences your music has brought you so far?
Um, well, I would like to say like connecting with people that I would have never had the chance to connect with. Like I think that's the beautiful part about music that it connects us with people, from all over.
Hmm.
I've met some people in Africa who I've worked with.
Okay.
Um, connected with people in Australia, and I think that's just the beauty of music, being able to connect with people from all over and like have conversations with people. It's just one thing to do too. Like I love having like in-depth conversations with people.
Have you gotten to travel outside the country yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of my first places I would want to go, of course. I don't know. There's so many different places. Maybe South Africa would be like the first place I would go. I used to say that I would want to visit Australia until I seen all the bugs and the crazy. Look, terrifying spiders. Okay.
Same. I told my wife we don't need to go to Australia. There's plenty of YouTube videos. I'm cool. We got 4K. They're coming out with 8K. It's cool. We can experience Australia from the internet.
I don't know if I would want to spend the night in Australia. I would have to get on a flight like as soon as I'm on stage. Like I gotta go.
They got like toddler-sized bats out there too. That shit's wild.
I'm not prepared mentally.
So the last part of the tree would be the leaves that come from the branches. They're the lessons that you take from those experiences. Some of them leave you. You gotta learn again from those experiences and keep that lesson with you. Some of them stick with you and you hold them near and dear. So what would you say is a lesson that stuck with you from when you were a kid that you learned when you were growing up?
I want to say, and this is just something that just keeps presenting itself, like to make sure that we extend grace to other people. I think it's so easy to hold, just like people deal with unforgiveness or like bitterness, you know what I mean? And realizing that we aren't always in the right, and I think when we look at things like that, like, man, like I did some fucked up shit, you know what I mean? Like I was wrong in this situation and like grace was extended to me. And so being able to do that for someone else, like not holding someone, for something, somebody made you mad or like pissed you off or maybe, they did you wrong in some kind of way. And so I think I've learned to extend grace to other people, like to make sure I practice that. Like, I think that's important.
That's fire. The Mick Jenkins project, Pieces of a Man, kind of ties into that whole idea where you just don't take that 15 minutes you had with me and think I'm a complete asshole. Like, you just caught me on a bad 15 minutes, man. Like, it's cool. We'll get together again and you'll see I'm not a dick. But, giving people grace, that's cool. And he's got the song Grace and Mercy on that project, too. It's wild. Oh, shit. So what is something that you might be working on to improve yourself right now?
Right now, to improve myself, I'm working on making sure that I journal more.
Awesome.
And it's something that I've always done growing up, but I kind of let go of as I grew. And I think it was just because I was focused more on making music and not realizing that when I'm present in everyday life, like when I'm detached from this phone, I can really be present and I can like journal more about like, oh wow, like this happened today. Like I can write about things in detail.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of the ways that it helps me stay present, like with my family, with people that I meet, making sure that I'm like just being present in that moment.
Awesome. I think one of the most consistent things I saw over any of the other interviews I watched with you is you mentioned wanting to do like a poetry book or like write a book in the future. Is that something like in the very near future you're working on, or is it like 5-10 years from now? You journal all the time, so is there like could you put together like a compilation of stuff today and put like a poetry book out? Or
definitely could. I have so many things, like so many pieces of poetry. I don't write poetry as much. I mean, I guess you can say that the music is poetry. I mean,
true.
If I nose away and spit it live, it's nothing but poetry. But I haven't like written any poetry in a while, like without music, just like me freehand writing. It's mostly just journaling.
Mm-hmm.
But I could definitely like put together a book, and I definitely don't want it to take 5 to 10 years. I have like a list of things that I would like to accomplish like within the next few years, and like a small book of poems, like whether it's for adults or for kids, like I would love to do that. That's
awesome. What would you say was the inspiration behind the album As I Am? The whole project as a whole, cohesive, sounded awesome. There's like you just can't skip anything when you're listening to it. It's perfect. It's great.
Let me tell you. First of all, thank you.
Of course.
That was the very first time putting together a project. And I was really, really nervous and I didn't know how people were going to receive it. I was like, man, am I really capable of putting together a cohesive body of work?
Yeah.
I have to give all the credit to Scud One. Honestly, he produced majority of the project. And what happened? I didn't even know this guy. He sent me like a pack of instrumentals. We connected on IG. I sent him my email. He sent me a pack of instrumentals, and everything he sent me just had me like, oh yeah, like you know me, like he knows me. I can tell. And from there, he was just like, take whatever ones you want, like do what you want with them. And I was like, yo, I want to put together a project like all of these sound cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the songs that he didn't create, or that he didn't produce, I made sure that like everything sounded sonically like in the same vein.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I definitely have to give all of that credit sonically to Skull One. He really helped put together like a sound.
That's awesome. What was your favorite music video to do for that project?
Oh, Cold as Us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Cold as Us for sure. It's just because it's like a funny ass story. It took us all day. Like I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. Oh yeah, it was a very crazy day. Like, but we got it done.
That's fire. So I saw you're on the Hoofy Baby song, the one called Home. How did you end up on that song? How'd you end up getting hooked up with Dan, and how'd you end up getting the feature there?
Dan actually like reached out to me and was like, "Yo, I got this track. I think you sound dope on it." So I was like, "Yeah, send it over." He sent it over, and I was just like, I was really happy because you have no idea how many times like people send me features and like they're just like regular boom bap joints, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love to have fun with it, you know, and so.
Yeah.
Outside of my comfort zone is like really cool, and just like just being able to play around, and so that's what that was for me. It was like I'm having a good time with this shit and it sounds good. So yeah, I was just like, oh, of course I'll hop on this, and we've been like connected ever since. He's really cool. He's a dope dude.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do some behind the scenes for him at a music video this weekend, so I'm pretty excited. It'll be the first time I've actually met him in person. That's happening a lot nowadays. Oh, you're talking truth. Oh my god, yeah, you're there. Oh my gosh, never met you, but I've seen you online all the time.
Yeah, I still haven't met him in person yet.
Yeah, I will this weekend. I'll let him know you said hey.
Definitely.
How important is it to get out of your comfort zone and do things that do make you uncomfortable?
I think it's really important. I mean, for me as an artist, like, of course, I don't want to be stuck in a box. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I listen to a lot of different things. I think just from my content or maybe from like the things that people see online, this is something I've experienced often where it'll mostly be like older people who'll be like, oh man, this young girl, she's so talented, so conscious. Like we need more rappers like her and not rappers like Doja Cat. But I'm like, but I love Doja Cat. You know, I absolutely I love Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so I think sometimes people wanna. And maybe just from like the content, it's like my very first project, and it's just like, well, actually, like I'm like really good at other things too. Like I can write like really dope R&B songs.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time, and it's a matter of just showcasing those different things.
That's cool. It's nice to know that you are comfortable in putting out different kind of stuff like that and not staying in the same lane, because that's definitely what drives people up sometimes. It's like, oh, well, this guy already released that. She already released this. It sounds the same as the last thing.
Yeah.
So.
Like the next body of work that I'm putting out, it sounds completely different from As I Am. It's nothing similar.
That's awesome. What's the first step you might take towards feeling better if you're feeling maybe down or depressed or something like that?
Oh, that's so easy. My siblings are hilarious. So if I can't count on them, if they are busy, I'm gonna turn on the stupid comedy, like for sure. We gotta go with Step Brothers,
Classic.
Wedding Crashers, something like really take like Napoleon Dynamite, something that's gonna like take me over the edge. Like I know a guaranteed laugh is on the way.
Who's your favorite actors and actresses?
I love Adam Sandler.
Fire.
I grew up on Adam Sandler. I'm a huge fan.
Were you an Uncut Gems fan?
Huh?
Did you like the Uncut Gems movie on Netflix?
It was interesting.
Yeah. I still haven't finished it. I've only watched like the first 45 minutes, and I had to go do something. I haven't gotten back to it yet.
It's what is the word? I didn't like the ending.
Okay.
It was the whole entire movie was chaotic. Like it
Yeah.
was just chaotic from start to ending.
Okay.
There was no rest.
Those are roller
Yeah,
coasters.
definitely not something I would go back to. Was it based off a true story?
I think so. I want to say it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
If
I
it
think it
was,
was
that's
though.
absolutely insane insanity. Like you have to go back and see how it ended. I was just like, what is going on right now? Yeah, it was a lot.
The
He
Boys
he
and Uncut Gems. I got to check them out.
he has a new movie. I can't think of the name. Really good. It's on Netflix.
The
It's with him and
basketball one, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
I got. I've wanted to check that one out for a minute too. I saw a preview of it like probably a couple weeks before they actually put it on to Netflix, and I was like, "Dang, that looks like it's gonna be a good movie."
Yeah, I wasn't really sure like what to think. I seen him and Queen Latifah. I'm like, this is crazy. Like that's a crazy like link, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, where's this going? But it was actually really good. I like threw it on while I was doing something. I got like consumed by it. I'm like, oh shit, like this is it was keeping my attention.
Um, who would you say are some of the people on your bucket list to work with other than Ray Lene?
mm, I mean, I gotta shoot for the stars here, you know.
Definitely.
Um,
Speak it into existence.
yeah, Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I
Hell
don't
yeah.
care if I get a feature or if I get to study under Kendrick. Either one would be totally fine with me. Like either one would be completely fine. I wouldn't even care. So yeah, Kendrick for sure. I think it would be really cool. And it's just like the Chicago in me. I would love to get like a Kanye or a Twister feature. Like, you know,
That would be
that
awesome.
yeah. And R&B wise, I love working with R&B singers. I don't know, they're just like the best. Jasmine Sullivan,
Mm.
uh, her, and yeah, I think those are like my top two R&B artists that I would love to work with.
Okay. Who's somebody that like you're proud of for like accomplishing something recently, and what is it that they accomplished that made you proud of them?
You mean like artists or just like
Family,
family or
friend, artist, anybody, just somebody you want to shout out for being proud of them.
okay. I feel like I say his name a lot, but so what? Definitely I would have to say Romar Salas. He's not just an artist, like he's a producer, he's an engineer, uh sound man, mentor. He does everything. He works with everybody. And I love the way that everyone speaks of him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was first introduced to him and it was just like, man, this guy's really cool. And then you get to, you know, I'll be out at other functions and meeting other artists. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm working with Bro. And I'm just like, you too, you know? It's like his name and his reputation precedes itself. And it's one of my favorite things about him. Like he's honestly just like a really good guy.
Fire. Are you currently part of Loop Theory? Is that like or is that just like people that you know? Is that a connection?
I was a part of that collective.
Okay.
And then left at the top of this year.
Top of this year. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And are you just like are you completely independent right now? Are you signed with anybody or?
Oh, I'm completely independent.
Okay.
I recently got new management. So that's been awesome.
Awesome. What would be the best way for like a new fan or somebody who's just finding out your music? Like, what's the best way that they can support you, like financially as a fan, just in general?
Honestly, just go stream my music and share it with everybody. You know,
Word.
like right now I'm just dropping these freestyles until we're done with this project. But yeah, that's the best way that you can support. When I start back doing the shows after we're done with this, you know, with this project, like come out support the shows. But yeah, like sharing the music has been like the biggest it's how I gained a fan base, you know, like
Yeah.
just from showing love, people sharing it with other people sharing it with friends and family. Yeah, word of mouth is still like the best way
Do you have
for me.
like a plan to have anything dropped at a certain time, or is it just you're still kind of working on it and we'll see when it drops, or are you
I
shooting
mean,
for
we're
a certain date?
we're close. We're close to finishing. I just don't
Yeah.
have any date.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Me too. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Do you have like videos planned for this project as well then too?
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna do the video regardless, but I want to produce it. The producer isn't from here. It's the Count Cole. He's producing the entire thing,
Okay.
and I want him to. I want to try to get him out here. He's all the way in Canada, so I think it'd be
Canada.
really.
Okay. What part of
Yeah.
Canada do you know?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
I've always wanted to travel up to Canada myself. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. That would be awesome if you can get him down here for a video.
Yeah, I really want him to come down for a video. Like if I can like possibly get him to perform while he's here too, like make that happen. I think we can. That's one of my goals, like one of my short term goals.
That's fire. What does success mean to you?
Success mean to me? Honestly, it's really just a matter of me fulfilling my purpose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a monetary thing. It's not about what I can get, it's what I can provide for other people, you know?
Yeah.
That's for me means like, am I happy when I wake up in the morning? Can I take care of myself financially? Am I there for my friends and family when they need me? Like that's success in my eyes.
Word. What does knowing your purpose mean to you? Because honestly, I ran around for 5, 6 years not knowing what the hell I was doing, and I think I finally found my purpose, and it's helped me. I feel like progress as a person. So, how important is your purpose to you?
Oh, very. I feel like just as of recently, I figured out what that was. I was reading this book by his name is Dr. Miles Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was this book. It was called The In Pursuit of Purpose,
Okay.
and he kind of just like walks you through it, like asks you at the end of every chapter. There's like these questions that he asks, like these really in depth questions.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that it was something obvious to me, but I've just realized that my purpose is to help uplift people through music, through words. Um, it's something that I'm naturally good at. Um, yeah, like being able to, whether it's like the book of poetry, or if it's just encouraging a friend when we're having a conversation, like to help elevate people, to help heal people through music.
Awesome. I got the last one here, and it's kind of the one that I ask everybody before they head off the show. What does truth mean to you?
Truth. I mean, I guess truth is subjective,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what you believe. Um, I guess is at the core of it all. I mean, everything that we've talked about. I think as humans, we we can't all agree on the same things, but the things that we can agree on, kindness. Can I be kind to you? Can I be generous? Can I talk to you with respect? Even if we don't agree. And so those are the things that's truth to me. Being able to like be in community with people and just treat them well.
Word. Fair enough. Very solid answer. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. It was awesome having a conversation with you. If you ever want to have another one, just let me know. If you
Yeah,
ever
look,
need
this
any
is
like behind the scenes videos, let me know. I'm always down to come shoot some stuff. So,
oh,
um,
perfect. Yeah, I will definitely be hitting you up. I'm gonna start back. I was doing like these Sunday sessions, and I was inviting different people from the city out to create music, and I would love for you to like slide through.
yeah, definitely. That would be awesome. Thank you. Just
Thank
let me know.
you.
Awesome.
I,
Go ahead.
no, I said I will. I'll definitely reach out.
Okay, sweet. Hope you have a good rest of the night. Again, thank you so much for coming on. We'll keep in touch and take it easy.
All right, peace.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Hey, that was Brittney Carter, everybody. Super awesome, super nice, really talented individual. Why don't we go and listen to and watch some of her music videos right now, so you guys can maybe get a feel for her music, because it is really awesome. Brittney Carter. I'm not subscribed yet. We are now. There we go. And let me put this other screen up here so you can see this as well. Hey, thanks. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you, Foolish. Thanks for stopping by, my guy. I was actually talking to Rosie today in the car about like the length of everything. How I kind of feel like the the 35 minute to like hour point is like a sweet spot for an interview. How do you guys feel about that? Is like over an hour, I think, is kind of too long. I feel like if it's under 30 minutes, then I probably didn't ask enough questions or good enough questions. So I'm trying to find that sweet spot, because when I'm writing these interview questions, I don't want to have too many, too little, stuff like that. So if you got any feedback on that, let me know. Let's watch a couple of these videos. Which one did she say was her favorite? I can't remember which one she said was her favorite music video to do, but that's okay. We're just going to watch a couple of the new ones. Or the newest ones. 45 minutes to an hour? Okay. This one was about 35. So it was a little short. I probably could have asked a couple better questions there. But I appreciate the feedback.
Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, then it's mine, yeah. I don't stress about it, guess I'm following the signs, yeah. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, yeah, it's mine, yeah. If you wanna vent about it, please don't waste my time. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, then it's mine, yeah. I don't stress about it, guess I'm following the signs, yeah. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, yeah, it's mine, yeah. If you wanna vent about it, please don't waste my time. What you know about that preparation right before that flood? Separation hitting different when you see that it's your blood. Type of shit that make you go.
Like, there's just people that got a voice to like make music, and she definitely like has that voice, man.
Holding on to grudges make you bitter. Don't be bitter. All this pride and ego going where I'm going, I can't fit her. Light my load, playing my role, taking my time, hitting these goals. If it ain't a part of the vision, I'm saying a prayer and I'm letting it go. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, then it's mine, yeah. I don't stress about it, guess I'm following the signs, yeah. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, yeah, it's mine, yeah. If you wanna vent about it, please don't waste my time.
I visualize and went after it. I overcommit and congregate with established men and women, of course. Followed the course that was given to me. I was told by the soul to look at my hands and fill it with seeds. Now I'm planning and moving and grasping the moment where people can grow and gardening and farming and marching in love. Focus coast to coast, yeah. Had a gold handle to my shovel, dog. I'm in no doubt that Mr. Trouble, dog. I was made on the road to go rumble, dog. Thanking y'all for the grace when I stumbled, dog. Ain't no way that I'm falling off. When I knew the cause, I chose it was time for the taking off.
Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, then it's mine, yeah. I don't stress about it, guess I'm following the signs, yeah. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, yeah, it's mine, yeah. If you wanna vent about it, please don't waste my time.
Please don't talk about problems, you ain't tryna make no solutions. I be in the street mobbing, feeling like robbing Gotham, middle get gruesome. One hand on the Bible, other hand on the 4-5. Instagram it a go laugh, I don't waste no time. And I really do this rap shit, I don't ever need cosigns. I'd rather master P the way. Saw the light like it had to be today. Got haters on standstill, walking on eggshells, feeling like after Easter day. Just kid a bad nigga matching Easter Ray. Got faith like the pastor preacher pray. Woke up like attack defeat the day. Love or hate, but I got this either way. Man up.
Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, then it's mine, yeah. I don't stress about it, guess I'm following the signs, yeah. Seen it, then I got it. If I want it, yeah, it's mine, yeah. If you wanna vent about it, please don't waste my time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. I look myself up in the mirror, then I tell myself the truth. You play around with your potential, act like you not living proof. And all your dreams and aspirations hanging on by a thread. Like what's the point of making plans if they just stay in your head? I hear my spirit saying talk to him.
What's the point of making plans if they just stay in your head?
Every time I put across to him, hear you feeling for that real shit. I'm the antidote, everything a cycle in this life. I ain't no antelope, more like a lioness. Strong like I'm 90 reps in. I can't quit until I'm in they top 10. Stop playing, no validation formed against me. When I'm in need, I just tap in and then I get the epiphanies. I'm on a mission and it's higher than self, so I hire myself. My lineage ain't nothing nice, we gon' retire with dope. Told my mama get ready, know the content is heavy. All these blessings raining down so hard it's breaking the levee. Ain't no stopping this wave.
Yo, this song is nuts, bro.
Mind a little pressure, watch me carry this weight. When they gon' realize it ain't no stopping me. Haters on my coattail when they mad, they steady clocking me, they jocking me. Feel about the family. still about $1. You touch either mine, it's gon' get awkward. And I put that on my mama's mama, put that on my God. This anointing is so fitting, I can't seem to shake it off. I'm a leader in my section, making good with my connections. I'm bad, I've been blessed with this position. This is more than just rap, this that God flow. Been ready since 9-4, bucking at the competition blindfold. They not cold and I'm gone.
By my soul, coming different with it, no one.
Freestyle. Okay.
Yo, they try compare me to some rappers that don't fuck with me. Luckily, the things that people say have never stuck with me. You know the last name, you know the vibes here. I grew up listening to Pac, Hov, and Nasir. Holy Trinity, I embodied all three. I come from a different planet, you can check the ID. Extraterrestrial, my body celestial. I'm upstairs chilling while you down in the vestibule. I'm crazy, baby, 90s, baby, you know what it is. A lot of heavy petting, you ain't fucking with the kid. Humble this far, every line like art shit. I need a whole gallery display these. Can't be worried about perception on the internet. All the big woofing, I ain't into that. The beef, I'ma finish that. Anyways, I am on to better things. Brittney Carter on the dealer track is like some medicine. I'm about to blow supernova, y'all was calling it first. I was sitting in the whip, just perfecting the verse. This is for my bloodline, I'm reversing the curse. And to the niggas that be lurking, I'll make sure that it hurts, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Nasty.
It ain't my fault that I'm better, ain't my fault that I'm different. I never asked you to like me, I never cared for your limits, I never cared for your rules. I don't care what they doing. God body, God got me, they can't stop how I'm moving. You can't get this far by fitting in. Over the years, developed thicker skin.
Yo, this
Everybody
video is
got
crazy.
An opinion, but don't let them in, keep my distance. You see me choosing and it's real specific. My peers wild and peer pressure, I can never get to keep the code. If it ain't solid, then the answer's no. Everybody's scared to lose something, should I let it go? Learn early, I'm just alone in this world. I check my company, can't fuck with me if movements ain't thorough. Think my intentions are pure, think my intentions are clear. Need a reminder, I just look in the mirror. Picture me compromising, selling ass. Picture me goofy just to get the bag. Everybody got a role to play, but mine was never that. We claiming territory, you get hella gory when you this high up. I wish they would try us, we nothing like these rapping niggas. Rapping niggas, I be quick to slap niggas, pimp slap a nigga, oh yeah.
Who cold is us? Tell me who is bold is us? Nobody, nobody. Who cold is us? Tell me who is bold is us? Nobody, nobody. Who cold is us? Tell me who is bold is us? Nobody, nobody. Who cold is us? Tell me who.
I'ma shift the culture, nigga, put that on my mama. This ain't speculation, it's a promise. Tired of standing in the background, ain't let them niggas know we back now. Made it in the room and I don't know how to act now. I'm scared of falling and scared of fakes. One thing that I can't be though, I can't be mad at fakers. Who better than B? I mean, who really? It had to be me. Fiending something real, so I gave you the makings of me. I put my life on the line for these book full of rhymes. Can't see it yet, but know it's all in due time. I found something to live for, something to kill for. One day I can take care of the kinfolk. I'm all in. Angel on my shoulder say don't miss your calling. You been distracted, you been stagnant, you been stalling. The clock is winding down. The only time is now. What's your word if you don't honor vows? And that's real shit. And that's real shit. Real known if they don't feel this, man, it's real shit. It ain't my fault that I'm better, ain't my fault that I'm different. I never asked you to like me, I never cared for your limits, I never cared for your rules. I don't care what they doing. God body, God got me, they can't stop how I'm moving. Now they can't stop how I'm moving.
Cold as ice, ain't all I know. Cold as ice. 'Cause I know. 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 'Cause
Yeah. Yo, make sure you go to talkintruth.com, sign up for the newsletter, enter your email here, click join, and you're on the email list to receive all the upcoming content from Talkin' Truth, whether it's, a concert recap, an event recap, an interview that we're doing live on Twitch, whatever it may be. You got all your social links up top as well, so make sure you, go into your email on the website, join the newsletter, stay updated with Talkin' Truth, never miss the content, never miss a live stream. Probably going to head off for now. Got nothing else planned for the stream, so everybody have a good night, and we'll probably see you on Friday, Thursday maybe. I got something going on tomorrow night, so I won't be streaming tomorrow night, but we'll be back after that. So take it easy, everybody. Join the newsletter, and you'll know when the next stream is for sure.